Welcome! We are back with a brand new season and a brand new team. I am your host for this season of All Our High School News, Daniel Gregory. Today we have a special guest, and I know you want to hear from him, but before he comes, we'll have a word of encouragement from our head students.
Education is the passport to the future.
For tomorrow belongs to those
Who prepare for it today, Malcolm X.
Greetings, everyone. I am Akeda Brown, your head boy.
I am Amana Simmons, your female sub-prefect captain.
And I am Kasai Moody, your male sub-prefect captain.
And welcome back to school.
As your head boy, I am thrilled to kick off this exciting new semester filled with opportunities for growth, learning, and success. Let's approach our studies with enthusiasm and dedication, supporting each other in our academic pursuits. Remember, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs 16 verse 3. So let's commit our studies, collaborate, and make this semester a remarkable journey of achievements.
As we dive into a fresh academic term, let's embrace challenges with a positive spirit.
Don't be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God.
Together, let's foster an environment full of support and encouragement, turning challenges into triumphs. And remember, never quit. Excellence is an attitude. Develop it.
Share something that people don't know about me. Wow, I think my life has now become a public life, and I think with my life being public, pretty much nothing has now become a secret. Information is all over the world. Information is on every platform, and I think quite a lot of information is there in the different space as it relates to Linton Weir serving as principal. But you asked the question for me to share something that people don't know about me. Surprisingly, and I think this is going to take a lot of people by surprise, that I am shy. But I don't think a lot of people know that I am shy. If I should participate in a talent show though, what talent would I showcase? I try a little thing as it relates to DJ. I'm not good at it, but I try. I think if it is that I'm able to get the wording of a song, and if I know it, and if I am able to immerse myself in it, I think I can do very well at it. A funny moment I had in high school. Wow, there are two that comes to my mind. I cannot share one of them because the one that I cannot share, that one is certainly PG. But one that I think is very, very funny. And I remember my classmates would have moted me for years. This happened in grade 9. It happened in grade 9. And for grade 9 for us, we were on block B. That's where we were stationed as grade 9 student. And I remember there was this particular break time, and we were really enjoying ourselves that particular day. And some of us, we were standing, some of us were seated. I decided that I want to sit at this time. But in sitting, I decided not to sit on the chair the regular way. So instead of going and sit like this on the chair, I did not do that. What I did, I entered the chair from behind and decided to put my leg over the chair to sit. And in the process of putting my legs over, right here at the chair had a very sharp area, and it tore my pants all the way from the bottom straight down to the foot itself. And school was not finished, and I had to complete school with my bottom exposed, my thigh area exposed. And let me tell you something, it was embarrassing, extremely embarrassing, because it was embarrassing because my friends, they were laughing non-stop. And then for me to concede it, I decided to take my shirt out of my pants. Mark you, I'm not one of those students who normally wear shirt out of pants, so I was really uncomfortable. And then at the end, when school finished, you know, I didn't have resources that I could take taxi to go to Bowers Drive. And Bowers Drive is approximately 2 miles from Old Harbour. And I had to walk from Old Harbour High School straight home, very, very much exposed. And what it is that I've learned from that, do the right thing all the time, even if no one is looking. Because if I had approached the chair to sit on it the proper way, then I would not have found myself in this situation. And that is why you'll hear me at many platforms as it relates to our students at Devotion. I would say that repeatedly. Do the right thing all the time, even if no one is looking. Because if I had done it the proper way, and I know the proper way, but I decided to be a little bit cheeky. If I should be able to swap a role of a student of this institution and the grade, definitely I would want to be in grade 12 or grade 13. Why? Because when I was in high school, we never had a sixth form program here at Old Harbour High School. So I would want to be in sixth form. I would want to be either grade 12 or grade 13. I think sixth form is an envious position. It is pre-university, and I think if I had done sixth form, I would be more prepared when I went to college, when I went to university. And certainly I would want to be the head boy, but this time around I would want to be at the sixth form level. When I watch the head boys now, they are more knowledgeable, they are more experienced, their communication is crisp, and I think I would want to serve in that capacity, and I would want to be able to give a little bit more for student development. You know, and outside of being head boy, I would probably want to have a shot at becoming president of the student council so that I could champion for the cause of students. Number one I would take with me is water. I would not be, well, depending on how long I'm going to be there, water is going to be very, very important. Because when you look at the human body and how the human body functions, you know, great percentage of the human body is made up of water, and you will not be able to survive for any long period without water. So I would want to take water with me. You didn't ask of me being stranded if I would be, if I went to the desert driving my motor vehicle, or did I go to the desert walking? Because if I went into the desert driving, then I would be able to stock up on things. If it is that I'm walking, then I wouldn't be able to take much. But whether driving or walking, water for me is very, very important. Another very important thing for me on a desert island would be my cell phone. And the reason being, cell phone, it's one of the technology. And I would want to be able to communicate, to say to individuals, look, I am not too sure where I am. And even if I'm not even sure where I am, if I have data, and if I have service, and if I have charge, the possibilities are endless. Because if it is that I have charge, if it is that I have data, I can get help. I can get help for food, I can get help for water, I can communicate to let people know where I am, and I can do my own navigation too in terms of how I navigate myself from the desert to get back into the world itself. The final thing that I would want to have with me if I'm going to be stranded, I would want to have some food as well. So this, because I mean, food is what is going to sustain you, is what sustains life. So in summary, water, food, my cell phone, the technology. My go-to comfort food, and I think I understand go-to comfort food, it is that food that comforts you, that provides you with some amount of support, you feel good within yourself, but at the same time, it's not good for you. My go-to comfort food is really milk. I love milk. Anything, whether it is going to be eggnog, chocolate malt, cherry malt, pure milk, I love milk. But while it is that I love milk and I know the nutritional value of milk, I have a challenge with milk and milk products. I have terrible sinusitis, to the point where I did an operation a couple of years ago to widen my sinus because my sinus was not draining properly. So I had to do an operation. That could have been 2016, 2017. Very, very costly operation it was. And while it is that I know that I'm not supposed to drink milk and milk product, I love to have a glass of milk, so I break the rules, you know, some of the time, you know, just to satisfy for a moment my appetite, just to satisfy that that feel, because I mean, when you happen to consume a glass of milk very cold, it's quite relaxing. Yes, I get that from it too. But boy, it does something to the palate. Worse if I'm having that glass of milk with bulla, with some cheese, and here I go again with cheese, because cheese is made up of milk, and I know I'm not supposed to be having it. But trust me, man, it's wonderful to have bulla with a glass of milk with some cheese, and that's my no comfort food. A piece of advice I wish I had received when I was in high school. A piece of advice that I wish I had when I was in high school. And I guess time has changed significantly. Now we're hearing about financial literacy. And we have been pushing financial literacy, and we have been saying to our young people, gain as much knowledge and experience you can as it relates to finance. If it is that was shared with me when I was in high school, I think I would be much better today, better prepared as it relates to investment. I would be more prepared to take risk. The individuals who are very successful in life are those individuals who have decided to take risk. The difference between the successful person and the unsuccessful person is that the successful persons take risk. I'm not one of those individuals who take risk. I'm one of those individuals who have never been thinking about business and business ventures and so on. I think if financial literacy was communicated to me when I was going to school, I think my own perception, I think my own involvement in terms of business and so on would have been totally different. I think I would be looking out for business ventures, to participate in, to go into. I would be thinking of more about investing in stocks and so on and so on. Today, we recognize that our young people, they have been having that sort of socialization. And I think it is important where we're going as a country, as a people, our young people should invest in financial literacy, invest in business and business venture. Because one of the things that we must appreciate and understand, if it is that you're going to be rich, you cannot be rich working for government. If it is that you intend to be rich, then you have to be working for self, by investing, by having your own business. And I think this is one of the things that we need to continue to share with our young people so that they can make better of themselves and become greater investors, not just in self, but in country, in property. And the spin-off of all of that is that they are going to be having great wealth. If I should organize a team day, what team I would organize? A team day for me, I think it would be important for us to get our gentlemen together, get our boys together. And in getting our boys together is to share with them why it is, I think, God created us male. I think God created us male for a number of reasons. Not just for continuity of life, but to protect those individuals who are not as strong as we are, meaning our female. I think it is important that I would want to share with our males the importance of taking charge of homes, taking charge of business, taking charge of work. What it is that we're seeing now, and while it is that we appreciate our women, and it's important that we appreciate them, but we recognize that our females are aggressive ahead. They are the ones who own the business. They are the ones who have fine jobs. They are the ones who have fine homes. They are the ones who have fine vehicle. Look at our male counterparts. Our male counterparts have not been accessing information. Our male counterparts have not been investing in education. And I would want to say to my team, look, we were placed on planet Earth as men to be in charge of everything. And for us to aggressively protect our women, provide for our women, and to be in leadership position. It cannot be a situation that as men, only 13% of us are at the university level. That's bad. So I would say to my team, let's aggressively move towards education. Let's aggressively move towards leadership. Let's aggressively become greater leaders. Because God placed us men to be in charge. And then the weaker sex, It's our responsibility to protect them. So as men, we should be the leader of school, the leader of homes, the leader of organization. We must be the leaders. I want to share with you a couple of things. I want to share with you, students, that it's important that you invest in yourself. Our job as educators is to provide you with leadership and training. Our job as educators is to ensure that you have the resources that is going to be necessary for your teaching and learning process. But while it is that we're going to be making these resources available, you must be purposeful in mind, body, and spirit, that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. There are many individuals in our society who have decided that they should not go the education way. And they have decided that they are going to select other alternatives to do things. For example, chopping the line. Chopping the line is not something that is sustainable, because it's not going to last for long. Because those individuals in the United States of America and other first world countries that have been sending the money foolishly to individuals in Jamaica, at some point they are going to become wise and they are not going to be sending those monies. My advice to you, students, is for you to invest in education. Education, student, it is a vehicle out of poverty. It is what is going to change. It is what is going to transform your life. We have here at Old Harbour High School a beautiful facility. We have here at Old Harbour High School 133 teachers who are educated, qualified, trained, ready to help you, ready to assist you in the teaching and learning process. Why it is that we went to college and university as educators? We went there because we want to come back to give to you so that you can become a better version of yourself, so that you will be able to make serious contribution to the growth and development of Jamaica. Old Harbour High School is a wonderful institution. Not because I'm a past student why I'm saying it. I've watched Old Harbour High School over the years. I came here as a student in 1983 and I left here in 1988. So I would have spent 5 years here as a student. I came back as a teacher. I serve in the capacity as teacher, senior teacher, vice principal, and here it is. I'm now serving as principal, head of the institution. So when you look at all those years, I would have spent over 33 years at Old Harbour High School. So I would have seen the rise and the fall of Old Harbour High School. I've seen the growth and the development of Old Harbour High School. And certainly, there are lots of growth here, lots of growth that have taken place over the years, right here at Old Harbour High School. I want you, my brothers and sisters, to become better version of yourselves. May I share with you that I will not be able to be principal for my entire lifetime? No, I cannot. I will not. And none of our teachers will be able to serve here outside of the time that God has given us. At some point, all of us will have to step aside now, and we will have to make way for you, the young people, to take over from us. Our job as educators, our job as teachers, is to ensure that we properly train you so that you can take over from us, so that you can take over from the other individuals in the different professions right across the length and breadth of Jamaica, right across the length and breadth of the world. So the position of Prime Minister, the position of teachers, the position of lawyers, doctors, nurses, they will have to step aside at some point. You will be called upon to serve. You have to make yourself available for that sort of a transformation. Let me ask you the question. What type of a Jamaica do you want to see? What type of a Jamaica do you want? What type of a Jamaica do you plan to invest in? You have to decide what type of a Jamaica you want. For those young men and young ladies who refuse education, who refuse to go to classes, who decide to stay on the corridor, who decide to go to the bathroom and spend endless time there, you're not going to benefit from that. You're not going to benefit from that. But if it is that you decide to pay attention to the teaching and learning process, go into your classes on time each and every day, come into school on time, be obedient, be disciplined, then man, trust me, your life is going to be turned around in the positive. I have seen many students who have left the shores of Old Harbour High School, some of them doing extremely well, some of them not doing so well. And some of those who are not doing so well, we preach to them during the process when they were here as students. Those who have been doing well, we want to wish them the very, very best. Those who are not doing well, we want to encourage them. Please, it's not over. You can turn your life around. and you can become a better version of yourself. May I share with you too that sports is an area that a lot of opportunities are, extracurricular activities. It's important. And that is why we have been saying to you, our students, invest in extracurricular activity. The journalism club, track and field, netball, volleyball, you name it, get involved. Learn as much as you possibly can. And when you do that, the sky is really the limit. So, I say to you, be the change you want to see. Whatever change you want to see, be the change you want to see. It is important for you to have a plan, because if you fail to have a plan, you plan to fail. I would share with you, and I would say to you too, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. It's important that you prepare. I mean, let's look at it. Let's look at a fruit. Let's look at education itself. Education. The root of it is bitter, but the fruits are certainly sweet. Don't you want to share? Wouldn't you want for me to share the fruit with you? The fruit that is so sweet of education? So I'm saying to all of us, let's invest in education. And while it is that we are investing in education, my brothers, my sisters, my students, our students, obtain a skill. Whether it's going to be woodwork, metalwork, visual arts, agriculture, food and nutrition, it's important that you have a skill. So if it is that your desire is to become a lawyer, a nurse, a teacher, nothing is wrong with that. But at the same time, ensure that you have a skill. Remember, skill is power. It's not my school, it's our school. We are in pursuit of excellence. Remember, to seek peace and pursue excellence. It's one Harbour or the Harbour High School. I thank you. Education, it is a life changer. You see the shoes that I wear, education give me. You see my jewelry, education give me. You see the clothes that I wear, education give me. You see the car that I drive, education give me. You see the house that I live in, education give me. Education, education, education.
2023 review. I'd like to shout out the school choir for winning their third title in the All Together Sing competition. Shout out to the choir directors and managers. And another shout out to the school football team, especially the under 16 team, for making it to second round. Big up to all the students who have pursued excellence by achieving an award at the annual award ceremony last year. Also, we want to give a big shout out to our top students in the recent CSEC, CAPE and NCT VET exams. Big up to all the teachers. And that's all from us here at All Harbour High News.
Just medicine, violence in our schools, we figure against it. End this, come together as one nation. Unity, we no want a segregation. Love fear spread to each and every one. Hey, make we come together as one and build a better nation for each and every one. Yeah man, say no to violence.